So I finished another anime, and you can tell with my really red eyes that it had me crying. So when I first read like the summary, I was like, I don't know if I wanna. Fuck it, why not? It's another one of those animes where I'm just like, nothing else to watch at the moment. It's like I literally just finished it. Um, so Angels of Death is a 16 episode. What would I call it? Mystery, horror, suspense. Like, it's more of a mystery than anything. And basically, it's the story of a girl named Rachel who wakes up in a building and she doesn't know why she's there. She doesn't know why she's there. She doesn't remember how she got there. Any of that. And it's basically her working her way up and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. So, a big thing in this show is, well, there's killers in this building, and she has to kind of work her way around them and figure out why she's there, what her missing memories are, and it's basically that. I was pretty surprised. I liked it. It was very interesting. It's very mindfucky. And it gets kind of psychological to some extent because there's a little bit of religion in it, but it's one of those shows where it's gonna constantly ask you fucking questions, and you're gonna be like, "That's too deep, man. Stop that. You're in my head." But characters. So at first I didn't really like anyone. I was kind of like, Rachel, whatever. But by the end of it, I really liked Rachel and Zach. They carried the entire show, and they don't feel cheap. Like, they feel very real, very what they are. Okay, Nay? Yeah. It's kind of hard to explain without spoiling things, to be perfectly honest. But, spoiler, at some point in the show, Rachel and Zach, who's a killer, team up, and they decide to kind of work their way to the surface. They have to, I don't know how deep this place has undergone, but holy fucking Christ. It's pretty fucking deep. There's at least 7 floors, and then that's not counting the giant fucking staircases. Anyway, so spoiling a little bit more of the premises, basically they team up, Rachel being the main character, Zach being a killer, and the thing is, they decide to make a promise that, well, Zach wants to get to the surface, and Rachel wants to die. So, they make this weird, promise to each other that Rachel will help Zach get to the surface, and, once they do, he'll kill Rachel. And it gets very, it's pretty much simple it's simple and complicated at the same time. Here, Nay, there, go ahead and like it. As you can hear, my dog has a cough, and we'll take her to the vet. Like, we've taken her to the vet, we've given her fucking medicine, the cough goes away for a bit, and then it comes back. And, it's like, it's not spreading to anyone. It's not spreading to the other dogs, it occasionally happens now. Doesn't seem to be suffering or anything, but it's gotta be annoying. Coughing all the time. Anyway, so, God damn it, of course, my mind fucking wanders. Anyway, it's on Netflix, 16 episodes. It just ended. Like, literally 2 days ago, it was the last episode came out, I guess. I just happened to see the anime and watch it the past 2 days or so. And finished it today, but, music is good, characters are interesting. The plot is very simple, but the workings behind people's minds and what's going on is kind of like you don't figure out all the things that happen to the characters. Like you get to see a little bit of Zach's past, you get to see Rachel's, you get a brief summary of Dr. Danny, and the others, I guess, kind of you don't get anything with them, but they're still interesting characters. Kathy annoys me though. God, Kathy's annoying. So basically, characters is Zach he's very honest. He doesn't lie. He doesn't pretend to be anything. He's just a killer. He accepts it. Rachel is very emotionless throughout the show. Kathy's obnoxious. She's a sadist. I think you would. Well, at one point in an episode, Zach calls her a sadomasochistic bitch. Is it pretty much? And then you have Danny, who's he doesn't hide his crazy. Well, at first he hides his crazy, and then it's real fucking apparent when that switch turns off. And then you have oh damn, I forgot his name. What was his name? The kid's name. Oh fuck. I can't fucking remember his name, but we'll call him Gourdhead, because he literally looks like he has some kind of fucking coconut, weird brown thing with face holes cut and a mouth cut in it, and I can't remember his name right now, I'm sorry. But yeah, and each floor has a killer. Yeah, I know, I have great reviews, huh? But it has a few religious moments where, like, spoiler, but because Rachel sees the Bible, it becomes a very important thing in her story, and her backstory is actually, well, hers and Zach's are very sad, but I think Zach's, you don't see as much of it, so it's not as sad, but Rachel's, you can tell how damaged she was already. And by the end of it, it's just, if anything, I think both her and Zach are better mentally. Like, they're still fucked up. They've still done fucked up things. They've still, are still not right in the head. But to some extent, they've realized this, and there's real emotional growth. And like I said, it's really hard to explain the show without going to details, because it's very simply set up, but then things get really, really complicated because it's so simple. And I don't know, I'd say watch it for yourself. There is quite a bit of blood, but there are shows that are much bloodier. Like, if you're okay with a shooting game, you're probably gonna be fine. They do show blood. They do show bodies sewn together. Yeah, they kind of pull a little bit of a fuck with it. Why can't I remember anything when it's time for me to describe something? I'll probably remember by the time I turn off this video. But basically, it's on Crunchyroll. It's a normal length anime, so the 23-ish minutes, only 16 episodes, but it's a little bit gory. It's very heavy on Who are you? What are you? Why are you this way? What is God to you? You know, it's very you're given a lot of times there actually you'll when Rachel's going through the building, on the wall are written questions like, who are you? Are you sure that's who you are? Or just who you think you are? And it's very trippy in that sense where it's like, who are you? Why are you here? What is your name? Are you sure that's who you are? Or just who you think you are? And it's like very, like just those questions alone are actually in the show. And that's basically the premise of the show, is trying to answer these questions and just like it's mind fucky is basically what I'm going for. But I actually liked it. The music was good. I think the music fit the show. I mean, I can't tell what the fuck they're singing, but so I'm just going by sound. But sound wise, the music does fit the show. It's very pretty. It's got a very sad melody, but well, that's basically what the show is. It's very sad. As for the ending, it does leave a cliffhanger to some extent, but it does a good one. In which case, like, you can kind of tell what happens. Yeah. But I actually really liked it. Would I watch it again? I don't know. Probably not. I try to avoid things that make me sad. I guess I cry hard. Like, runny nose, eyes watering. Like, yeah, bad. So, I really liked it. I'm glad I watched it. It's not what I would normally watch. But, there is a little bit of backtracking. And there's a few flashbacks, but it's not... They're where they need to be. Like, yeah, she has to go through the building, and they gotta go back sometimes, yeah, but they don't show it in a way that fucks you up. Like, it's kind of in like a video game level where you have to backtrack, but like something's changed a bit, or you see something you didn't see before in the background, kind of a thing. Like, not so much that you see something different, but it holds a new meaning. Like, oh, that place had bullet holes, and that had this blood splatters that person's death, and little things like that. But, how many times have I said but, this video? God, I should put up a counter, really. Angels of Death is... I recommend it. It's very interesting. Is it one of my favorite anime? No. Would I buy merchandise from it? Probably not. But am I glad I watched it? Yeah. Do I think other people might get some benefit watching it? I think so. It makes you think, at the very least. Like, yeah, why do we have this mindset about God? About, murder and getting all this kind of stuff. And it's very... I'm probably making it more complicated than it is. Just letting you know. But it's on Crunchyroll. The last episode has a crown on it as I'm recording this, which means you have to be premium to watch that. But the other episodes you can watch for free. You just have to deal with the commercials. And they're not bad. Unless your internet freezes, then you're going to lose your Pokemon. Anyway, like I have the premium currently, and I've also had it, for the longest time, had not had premium. So I put up with the commercials on the Roku and all that shit. But they're not bad. I wonder if they're still doing what they did before, where it was like, you have one commercial at the beginning, and then the episode loads, and then after the opening you get 3 commercials, and the midway you get 3 commercials, and then after the fucking ending you get 3 commercials, and by the time you want to shoot somebody, and they're short though. It's really fine. Yeah, Angels of Death, 16 episodes on Crunchyroll. Give it a try.